Hello and welcome to today's video. Today is my fourth update for my 20 in 2020 project pan. I told myself when I introduced this in January that I was going to try to update every 2 months, and it is either October, like late October, or early November when this video is going up, and just now doing my fourth update. So clearly that didn't really work out too well for me. But either way, I have a really exciting update for you. The whole idea of this project pan is that I wanted to try to hit goal or use up 20 items this year, and I'm pretty excited for the update we have today. I know this will be the last update before the finale goes up in December, so why don't we just go ahead and get into it. Okay, bear with me as I read my notes a little bit. At my first update in late February, I had finished up to 2 items. At the second update in late April, I had finished up 3 additional items. And then in my third update during July, I had finished up an additional 6 items. So we're well on our way to 20, but today I have 3 more goals hit. So I will definitely start out with the goals hit first. The first one I'm really excited for. This is my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. It's completely done. I know that some people talked about being able to take the back out here. I pulled the sticker off to try to do it. Could not figure out how to get it open. I guess you had to like take a knife or something and like still break the packaging, because it certainly, I mean, it turns, but it won't pop out for me. So I ended up just shaking it as much as I could, and I think I got pretty much everything out of there. I ended up just shaking as much as I could. But yeah, as you can see, this is where my other previous markings were. It wasn't completely new when I rolled it into the project, so I kind of expected it to be done well before now. But yeah, this thing lasted me forever, and I was really shocked by that. So the Maybelline powder was in from the beginning, and then also this one that I've hit goal on today has been in since the beginning, and this is my Too Faced Natural Matte Palette, and I was trying to hit pan on the shade up here in Heaven, and hopefully you can see that nice shiny pan right in the middle. These shades are insanely tightly pressed, and I didn't wear it every time that I did my makeup, but most times if I'd put some sort of color or eyeshadow look on, I tended to reach for this palette, and it took me months to be able to hit this. I think I hit this really soon after the last update, so probably sometime in August, but oh my goodness, if this didn't take me forever to hit goal on. And side note, that definitely makes me think twice about ever trying to pan a Too Faced palette, because holy cow, that was difficult. Okay, so the third thing that I've hit goal on today, it comes from the last update I introduced it. So what I decided to do at the last update, since I had dropped under 10 items, I decided to kind of keep it at a rolling 10 pan. So I introduced this e.l.f. eyebrow pencil then, and as you can see, I had a little bitty nub of like product left, but it is gone. I definitely am glad to get this out of my collection. The color and shade were okay, but honestly the thing that bothered me most about this pencil is that it was like kind of sticky or like really waxy, and sometimes I would like end up pulling my brow hairs out, which I don't really need. I kind of need all the brow hairs I can get, so wasn't my ideal like pencil. And even though I wish it was, because this thing is only like $2 or $3, but sadly that will not be something I ever repurchase. Okay, so I've completed 3 items and I have 8 more left. I know I'm working on 11 items, not quite 10. I wanted to roll 1 extra one in because I know that this one has no change in it. Nothing has changed because I have not reached for it. I've literally been working on trying to pan something else that serves the exact function that this functions. So this is the most boring thing to update you on, but there's no progress here, no change in it. I honestly probably should have just rolled it out of the project, but I didn't. We have some other items here to talk about. The first one is my Tarte Gel Foundation, and this is what it's looking like. I wear this pretty much every time that I film. I forget what the number is. I'll actually talk about that probably in the finale video, how many times I've used these items and that kind of thing. But this one I feel like I use a ton because I do a good bit of filming, but for whatever reason this thing is so slow going. Well, I know why. It's because it's pretty full coverage, and I do a pretty good job of trying to use as little as possible so that I don't look too cakey. But either way, this thing I thought would be done by the end of this year, and now I have my doubts. Although I have made pretty decent like weight progress. I will put the weights on the screen, but at the beginning of this project this thing weighed 170.2 grams and today it weighs 158.7 grams. So there is pretty noticeable weight difference on it, but still there's so much product left. I will probably be working on this again next year. It's kind of getting on up there in age in my collection, but yeah, this thing's going to be sticking around until 2021 sadly. Another product that I was hoping to be done with this year, but I'm pretty doubtful of that right now, is my Duo Lash Adhesive. And yeah, let me give you the weight of this. At the beginning, this weighed 6.8 grams, and today it weighs 5.8 grams. So I feel like I use this quite a bit. Like I mean, even though I'm not leaving the house that much and not going anywhere, I tend to put lashes on pretty much anytime I film. And again, I feel like I do a good bit of filming, but for some reason, and I know I have made progress in this. I don't have like visual progress. I did all weight. I know that like there is use in this, but I was really hoping to finish this by the end of the year. And sadly, I think this will be something that rolls into 2021 with me. So there's that. Okay, let's talk about the next two products together. I have two nail polishes. Also, 2020 taught me that I suck at painting nail polishes. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. I'm doing pretty well on my natural nail base coat. This one's a little bit more, something I use a little bit more often. So intro first, second, third, and then fourth, we're right here. This is getting harder for me to use because I have to like kind of tip it on its side, make sure that I dig the brush into the puddle of it that I can make like gather there. And so I kind of maybe hope that this might be done or pretty much almost done at the finale. So fingers crossed for that. But this one, I don't think I have a shot of finishing. This is the top coat from OPI. And yeah, as you can see, we're making some steady progress, but not a lot. I sometimes, shame on painting Dylan, I sometimes forget to use this. This was also newer than that other like base coat was at the beginning of the year, so I think I didn't know what to anticipate. This is my second time ever putting a like nail polish in a project pan, and obviously painting nail polishes really might not be for me. Okay, we have 3 more items to go over before we roll in 3 new ones, and the next one I wanted to show you is my Loreal highlighter, little mini sample here, and this is what it's looking like now. Honestly, not a lot of progress. I am trying my best to reach for this as much as possible, but I've been wearing a lot more warmer tones. This I wore a lot more in January, or like January to like April or May-ish, that time frame. But this, once we hit summer and once we hit fall, I really don't reach for a ton unless I wear like a mauve look. So sadly, this doesn't get touched too much, but my goal is to hit pan on this, and I don't really, because it's baked and it was domed, I really don't think that's gonna happen. Even though I have made some progress, I don't think I'm gonna meet my goal this year. Okay, the next 2 I actually am excited to show you because I think that these 2 will be done at the finale. I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that I do well here. So as you can see, intro, first, second, third, and fourth, we are right here. I use this pretty much almost every day, and yet this is still how slow going this progress is for me. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around the fact that I use primers so slowly. That and foundation, so slowly. Concealer, whole nother story. I use the mess out of concealer, but yeah, really big learning lessons for me this year in terms of how slowly I go through some of these products. And then the other one is my NYX Liquid Illuminator. This is slightly moved. Honestly, I don't know if last time I could tell how much product had collected kind of up here and on the sides at some places. And so this, I can tell I've made good progress on. I've mostly been using this as a body highlight versus on my face because it is a little bit glittery. But yeah, like, I don't know if you could tell, but I had to squeeze a second time to kind of push some of the air out first. So I know there's a good bit of air in there, but this is like another cool tone highlight. But the biggest problem I have with it is, again, that micro glitter it has in it. Sometimes that can show up on my face, all over my face, if I want to use it as a primer. So I've kind of been mostly using this mixed into a little bit of lotion, putting it on my décolletage. I am pretty sure that I will be able to finish this by the finale. I'm going to try my hardest because honestly, this doesn't really have a place in my collection anymore. So I'd kind of like to get it out for that reason. Okay, now the fun part, let's roll in 3 new items since I finished 3 things. I have them right here. The first one is an Hourglass Veil Primer sample, and I've used this a good bit. Hopefully you can see into the tube, but there's still a good bit on the wand here, and I need to make an effort to get this done and get this out. There is an SPF in it, like not a lot, like maybe 15 or so. So I know that once you kind of start using SPF products that they kind of expire a little bit quicker. So I don't want that to be the issue here. And since I've used so much of it and it pairs pretty well with the foundation that I'm panning right now, this is, I learned from like error using the first time that I paired it with a matte spray and a matte foundation, and my face felt like a desert. This is pretty mattifying, and so I have to wear it with more like, I have a couple foundations that will really be oily in my T-zone at the end of the day, so this goes really well with those foundations. And since I'm trying to pan one, my It Cosmetics one, the fine lines and wrinkles one, not the CC cream. But since I'm trying to pan that foundation, I'm gonna try to finish this with it and see if I can't get that out of my collection by the end of the year. I would really like that inventory number bump. And then the other thing I have here is a Rimmel eyeliner in the shade, it's just a black shade, but I will mark this on some paper. I might be pushing my luck with this one because this, hello, lighting. So this one's a little bit harder to work on because if I go too heavy with this eyeliner, it will kind of run all over down my eyes, which is not ideal. So I do need to remember to reach for it every day, but I can't overuse it. So hopefully maybe we'll see at least good progress on it by the finale. And the final product I'm rolling in, if I'm not already crazy enough working on so many lip products and stuff this year, I'm gonna try to finish one more lip item. I told myself that I was done panning lip items for the year, but here I am rolling one more in. So I'm glutton for punishment, but this is it. This is a lip gloss from Soap & Glory, and I already have a good bit of progress in it. But then again, I know that this took me a really long time to get this much progress in it. So I kind of doubt that I might be able to hit my goal, but it is something that I need to replace. I finished a gloss in another project recently and I'm not really working on any other gloss, so at least I'll have something to reach for. It may not be done by the finale, but hopefully we'll see really good progress on this. I would love to see it at least down here, if not done. So fingers crossed, I'm gonna work really hard on that. And that is everything for today's video. I'm really excited to film the finale for this because I'm already thinking about bringing out all these items that I've already finished and showing you all the progress on them. That video will be a little bit longer, but if you like to see like really satisfying like progress pictures and stuff, that will be the video where I showcase all of the items that I worked on in this year-long project. So make sure you keep an eye out for that in December. But yeah, that's everything for today. Make sure you let me know what you think and please say hello in the comments and I will see you in the next one.